Hey guys, so as most of you probably already know, I live in Malaysia, and I spent the past 2 years of my high school learning Bahasa Melayu, the language of Malaysia, in class. Now this has provided some very unique experiences, like for example those Friday classes when my teacher decided to take us to a nearby store or mall and have us talk to complete strangers in Bahasa. Which sounds very weird and kind of like stranger danger, but in language learning, talking to people who know the language as like their first language just like helps so much, especially if they can't even speak English. It helps so much to be able to just communicate with them and to use what you do already know, even if you don't know a lot, to use what you do already know. One experience that particularly stuck out to me was not actually during Bahasa class. So when I last took Bahasa, I was in Bahasa 2, which is my second year of Bahasa. And there's this kid in the class above me in Bahasa 3 who is better at speaking Bahasa, and we're going to call him Jay. Now one weekend, my friend, we're going to call him T, Jay and I all went out to go watch a movie. Now watching movies is a lot cheaper here in Malaysia than it is in America. It is fantastic and I love it. But when we got there, they decided we had some time to kill before the movie started, and they wanted to go down to this grocery store that at that time was kind of sort of new at the bottom of the mall. Now the grocery store was called Jaya Grocer. It's super fancy and really nice for a lot of us here in Malaysia because it has a lot of things that we don't normally get, like Western kind of product that we can't normally get here. That like my mom will stock up on when we go to the U.S. and then bring back. So we were getting snacks, and they wanted to bring the snacks into the movie theater and like eat them there. I kind of felt weird about that, so I was just gonna get snacks and save them for later. But I grabbed my bag of gummy bears. They grabbed, I forgot what they got. I think maybe one of them got gummy bears or something like that. We all grabbed our snacks and we started walking up toward the counter. Now when we were approaching the counter, there was a Malaysian man and a Malaysian woman. Man standing, woman sitting behind the counter, and we hadn't quite made it to the counter yet, but my friend Jay overheard. They kind of like the guy kind of looked at like glanced at us and said jokingly to the girl, "Ha, I wonder if they speak Bahasa." Now Jay saw this as a beautiful opportunity, and instead of just forgetting that they said that or like pretending he didn't hear, he walks up to the counter and says, "Saya boleh bercakap dalam bahasa?" And the shock on the man's face was priceless. Like, he was completely blown away, had no clue that that was even coming. The woman was shocked, slightly less so, but I think because she was not the one who just said that. But the shock behind the counter was just amazing. Now, for some reason at this point, I had completely tuned out. Like, us three had agreed to do something kind of funny when we walked through the counter anyways, but this was like a whole other thing that we couldn't have anticipated. So I was completely tuned out. I didn't know what was happening. And then I kind of checked back in, and I see Jay pointing at me saying, "Oh, dia boleh bercakap dalam bahasa juga." I was like, "Oh, this is what's going on." And so I said, "Yes, saya boleh bercakap dalam bahasa." So I started explaining. I said, "Saya tinggal di sini untuk 5 tahun dan di Indonesia untuk 3 tahun." And then my friend Jay was like, "Oh ya, saya tinggal di Indonesia untuk what was it, 12 tahun dan di sini untuk," at that time it was probably 2 tahun. And they were like shocked, like completely, like the guy just could not get over it. They were completely had no clue what was going on. It was a crazy experience. So we talked for a little bit and it was fun. And then we started to walk away, and I remembered that T was still there with us, and he had no clue what we were saying because he never took Bahasa. And so Jay and I just had this whole conversation with these two Malaysian people who had no clue that we could speak Bahasa, and T's just standing there like, yeah, it was it was a pretty that was probably my most exciting experience. I think the most uncomfortable experience that I ever really had was the time that my teacher made us interview just complete strangers at the nearby grocery store. There were a lot of times that she did that, but this one particular time, I we had to walk up and ask if we could like interview them and ask them a few questions before we actually, started asking them questions. And my friend and I got rejected 4 times. 4 times. I think it was 4 times. Oh, I don't know. There's something crushing about that. Like, it's a lot more terrifying than you think to just walk up to some random person and be like, "Can I ask you questions about your personal life?" But when they say no, and then the next person says no, and then the next person, and then the next, and oof, it just gets uncomfortable after a bit. But honestly, I think language learning was a really awesome experience, and I'm so glad to be able to speak some Bahasa. I wouldn't say I'm fluent, but I'm definitely survivable. But goodness, for moments like that at Jaya Grocer, so worth it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I I've been so not sure what to film lately. I didn't know what to put on my channel, and I kind of have this mindset of like, because it's just 30 subscribers right now, I'm only getting like 10 views per video, and that's after several days or weeks even. I've kind of had this mindset of like, people aren't really watching my channel, and so it's okay if I miss a Sunday or something like that. And granted, that's kind of true, but it's on like, I think that there's more that I could do for this channel. Now I kind of have to do more for this channel because in the coming semester I'm going to be releasing a video a week for a class. So I'm definitely going to be releasing weekly in this next semester, and if I miss a week I'm going to have to bring it up with my teacher. But I really think there's a little bit more that I could do for this channel, and I really want to get in the swing of moving forward and constantly making new content for you guys to enjoy, because I want to get good, and I want to get like at filming and editing and making it look good, and also just being on schedule and having a productive YouTube channel for you guys to support. Because if I start working on that now while I only have 30 subscribers, then maybe when I have more, and when I really have support as a lot of people are watching, then I'll already have those skills. And I don't think that subscribers just kind of come out of nowhere. I don't think it's a longevity thing. I think it is a long game, but it's also a matter of just being good at making videos and being good at making things that people want to see. And so I'm really wanting to work more on that, and I don't want subscribers to just come because I've been around for like a year or something like that. Like, I don't want subscribers to just appear out of nowhere just because I've been here a while. I want people to watch my videos and to support me because they think that I provide something that other YouTubers don't provide. And so I'm really going to work on that. And I know kind of my big thing that right now that I'm kind of shifting into is like parkour tutorials, which is something that other YouTubers provide. But I think it'll be a really good opportunity for me to kind of learn how to kind of support a series of videos, as well as hopefully releasing other kinds of videos interspersed throughout that. And then also it would be a good opportunity for me to kind of just kick off this channel as like a parkour channel. And because I learned off of tutorial videos on YouTube, I kind of have a special spot in my little heart for parkour tutorials. So I would like to teach others the way that I learned. But yeah, so I guess that's kind of my whole spiel. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate every one of you that watches right now while I only have 30 subscribers, because it keeps me going. It does. 30 subscribers does not seem like a lot, but just the fact that there are people that watch, and people specifically will tell me, hey, like, I can't wait to see this new video that came out, or someone will be like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm editing a video, and they're like, oh, yes, let me know when it comes out, and it just, that really pushes me forward, and I like making videos for people who are excited for them to come out. So yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. God bless.